This is my favorite question to ask, and it's what mistakes have you made and what have you learned from them throughout all these experiences?
Yeah, good question. I guess one thing that comes to mind that just touched on earlier was not having an exit plan. I think that's a big one.
Yeah,
In the
explain
business
that a
plan,
little bit more. Explain
yeah,
that. Why is it important to have an exit plan for someone that's watching this video? Be like, aha.
yeah, because in a business plan, it says, you see the business plan templates, right? And you look at the templates, you look at the sections, and you see exit plan, and you're like, huh.
I'm not exiting.
Why would I think about an exit plan when I'm building it? You're creating this business plan, and it's so exciting. And and then you get to the exit plan, and you're like, I don't want to create an exit plan. I'm just getting it. Why would I want to do that? But what it allows you to do is be your own devil's advocate. So, you have this like grand scheme of things, and you have this grand scheme of the solution, and how exciting it is, and you get everyone on board, and you're going to influence everyone, and you have to understand when that's going to stop. Is it going to stop? And when's it going to stop? And how's it going to stop? Right? And you need to ask those questions before, because, and you need to get other people's opinion. You need to really, and it's not just the market research is huge for business plans, but you got to get someone to sit down and look at your business plan and say, is my exit strategy look right? Because if it doesn't look realistic, then you got to rethink it. Here's the thing. You have to understand that if something goes wrong, like for instance, I didn't foresee the industry margins go down that fast. I didn't foresee the cost of employees going up that fast. Uh, I learned, but you can't see that 10, 7, 8 years ago. I saw it going up, but I didn't know it was go up drastically. If you look at the Amazon sales, it's like straight up in the cliff, right? So, people assumed it, but you don't really know it until it happens. You can't tell the future. So I challenged myself in a way that my exit plan should have spoke of that. What happens if I can't afford my employees? What happens if my margins aren't high enough? And
Good point.
how am I going to how do I make do of it? So I didn't have a plan in place that when those went sour, what do I do? So knowing me, I went and I'm going to figure it out. That's what I do. I figure it out. But I didn't have anything in writing. And me being very documented, I like data, I had this blank thought, like, why haven't I thought about this? I knew I wanted to get out in a while, for a while, but I never thought about how. And when you get in this, you got to understand what it's doing for you. Here's a big thing. Okay, so number one, no exit plan. That's a big mistake. And what I learned from that was I'm creating an exit plan. The exit plan now is that here's my goal: is these 4 employees. Here's my goal: is these 4 clients, and I have time with family. If my goal does not take off for some odd reason, and I'm sitting on the couch all day and I'm not doing, my hustling,
Right.
uh, what do I do? I'm going to have to, my exit plan is going to have to be an employee as a manager in a retail location. I mean, that's my other choice. Do I want to do that? No, that's what powers me to do this. So it makes it work. So, your exit plan almost charges you in a sense where, if that's your other choice, then you got to make this thing happen. Uh, it's also going to be realistic to what your business can and can't do. So I was at wit's end when the employee costs went up and the margins went down. So I didn't put in place what I'm going to do with the company when that happens. So I found out I was able to liquidate better than sell it. It was more lucrative that way. But not having it on paper and not really having even if the exit strategy is different because every business plan changes year to year.
Right.
Just even looking at what you thought 10 years ago or when you started it, you should really think about it because it's going to make you realize what you thought about when you thought your exit strategy was what it was 10 years ago. I didn't really even put one down. I made a huge business plan, but the exit strategy, I remember laughing at it. I was like, whatever, I'll figure it out,
I don't need one of those. I'm gonna be
Right,
here for a long time.
right. so here I am, with the exit strategy. Um, Another, that I think the number one thing is exit strategy, because you're asking yourself those hard questions. You're really being true to yourself. It's the person that's addicted to a bad substance, and they're being true to themselves. You're addicted to this new business, and you got all these positive things about it, but you got to be the devil's advocate and ask yourself the hard questions. And you got to
Absolutely.
listen. You know, so that's number one. That's a big lesson I learned, and that's what I'm doing now, being realistic, about everything, which I've always been, but more realistic now with the experience I've had. Another lesson I've learned.
Before you go on to the next lesson, do you have an exit strategy for the consulting business, or?
Yeah, the exit strategy of the consulting business is, if I could gain the handful of clients and continue them till my kids are out of college, then I will step away from it and do more, volunteer work. You know, uh,
Interesting.
that's I would like to retire in this position. I don't see myself doing anything else. I love I love doing stuff new every day and being challenged to see if they're gonna like what I do. And that's what gets me going every day. So the exit strategy is continue to do this throughout my whole life, because it's going to be this career that allows me to do something different every day. I'm
Yeah,
never, every month I'm not sure if that client's going to still hire me in the next month.
right. And you're not
Uh,
tied down as much either, You're more flexible. Like if an
right,
opportunity comes up for this, you can explore it, you could try it out. So,
right. Yeah, keeping your doors open is huge. And I couldn't do that with the brick and mortar. I was there every day, and it was hard to hire someone with the employee costs to do those things, to step away from it. That industry doesn't allow it. Every business owner I saw that owned a bike shop, when they step away from it, their business goes down, because you can't really hire someone good enough for that. The person that's going to be good enough for that is going to get paid more managing a car repair place or a car dealership. That's the
yeah.
same type of person you're going to get. And then that skill set is across the board needed, but that industry pays more, and that's the same. So that's the same person I needed, and you're not going to get that with the you get in the bike world. That's
Yeah.
it. So yeah, having that availability, that I'm not stuck into the day-to-day brick and mortar, which is a dying industry. I feel empowered to really bring that retail space online, and that's really exciting right now.
Don't forget to check out our resource page at Work to Invest. Tons of information, investing, real estate, online business tools, affiliate marketing, Kindle publishing tools. If you're an author, this would be a great. There's even information about investing in your health, becoming a healthier person. So tons of information. Make sure you check out worktoinvest.com resource page. So thank you very much. Please subscribe.